Hello, and welcome back to this new episode. Today is one of my personally favorite topics, which is all around mindset and all around how you think about yourself, how you think about your capabilities and your new job. And today I really want to give you what I would say are key mindset shifts that you'll need to implement or adapt or adopt when you are taking on a new role. And the reason why that this is so important is a lot of people come to me and say, Karen, help me figure out what to do. Tell me what to do. Let's work on the strategies. And strategies are important. Doing things a certain way, yes, it's important. But honestly, the most successful people that I see, that I work with, and that was also at the root of how I built my career over 30 years and ended up also as a CEO of a business unit is mindset. That is the absolute foundation of long-term success. So I wanted to share with you 7 shifts and 7 things to think about as you take on a new job, or even if you're not in a new job and you're just looking to advance. I think that these will also be extremely useful. The first one is not everybody is going to like you. Not everyone is going to like you. When you get a new promotion, or if you're coming into a new job, a new company, not everybody's going to like you. That is okay. People don't need to like you. It will go a long way if they respect you, but some people just aren't going to click with you. And that is completely fine. I mean, think about how many people that you've worked with that you probably don't have much in common with. You don't really identify with them, but at the same time, they get things done. They are a great team player. They contribute. So don't worry what other people are going to think. You just can't please everyone. And as a senior leader, you can't and you shouldn't want to do that. Okay, so that's the first thing. Just accept. Not everybody is going to like you. It is not a popularity contest. The second mindset shift to think about is you need to be able to feel and sit with negative and uncomfortable feelings. I'll need to be able to sit with that. And I just want to give you maybe a couple examples of that. So at one point in time, I put myself out there, raised my hand to do a very important presentation or to do part of it. And a big client, and in the middle of the presentation, one of the clients stood up and looked to his colleague who had ordered the work that we had done, my company had done, and he said, "How much did you pay for this?" And that was right in the middle of my presentation. And so I could have, of course I was embarrassed, felt a little bit of shame, but fundamentally, it wasn't about me. It wasn't about even the service that we had delivered. There were some political things going on that I couldn't control. And so that very uncomfortable feeling of somebody cutting me off, pretty much insulting me in the middle of a presentation, very uncomfortable. And those types of situations, you have to learn just to push through. And it could be delivering bad news. That's one of the hardest things that people do. And I know it doesn't feel good. But when you learn to feel fear and do it anyway, okay, that is the name of a book, that I guarantee will help you go further. Okay, so learn to accept those feelings. A feeling cannot hurt you. Yes, you might sweat. Yes, you might have butterflies in your stomach or tightening somewhere in your body, but fear doubt, embarrassment, shame. It's just a feeling. It cannot hurt you. My third point is in terms of mindset shifts. It is more important how you show up and what your energy is. That is more important than what you say. So people are going to remember your energy. They're going to remember if you were a positive contributor, if you were encouraging, if you were a great listener. Those are things that people remember. They will remember if you look them in the eye, if you ask them a question. They're not going to remember the content. Like 99% of the time, I guarantee you, they will not remember what you said, but they will remember your energy. Think back to maybe somebody that you hired, or even in your personal life, you're attracted to certain people by your energy. And so I just want to give you two examples. I hired a coach. I've hired several coaches. Actually, I always work with a coach, but I'm thinking of one coach in particular. She was very, very, very expensive, but I was just attracted to her energy. Something in her energy pulled me into her world, and I wanted to be in her energy. And that's what I still remember about her today, how she showed up. It's the same thing. Recently, I bought a course, an online course on a specific topic. I went to a webinar. I don't even remember all of the details about the webinar, but I came off that webinar and I'm like, I want to work with that woman. I just loved her energy. I loved her vibe. That is what people remember. The fourth mindset shift is that collaboration is key and you can't go far alone. There's a phrase that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, do it together, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but you get the idea. As we take on new roles, yes, we're going to feel vulnerable. We're going to feel doubt and fear, all of those things that I talked about earlier. But the process will be so much more rewarding and the results so much bigger if you do it with people. Again, I'm going to give you an example. So I'm an entrepreneur. I have a company, but I work on my own for the most part. I still work with a coach. I have what I call colleagues, which are other coach or business friends that we get together every week. We discuss topics, we challenge each other, we talk about content. If I were doing everything on my own, then it would be a very slow and probably much harder process. But when there are people that you trust to tell you the truth, when there are people who want you to succeed, you will go so much further. So collaboration is key. Find your tribe. The fifth point is stop second guessing your decisions. Make decisions quickly. I see so many people just get caught up and have their brain spin over and over and over in making a decision. I strongly believe that there is no right or wrong decision. You make a decision and then you prove to yourself that you made the right one. And like your reasons, of course, it is very important for liking your reasons, for having your own back when it comes to the decision that you are making. But stop guessing and second guessing. It's not guessing, stop second guessing every single decision you make. As a leader, you have so many decisions to make. I'm thinking when I had a team, one of my first big teams, there was about 80 people. I was making 100 to 150 decisions a day. Things need to move fast. Your team depends on you to move things forward, to make decisions with regards to clients, to make decisions with regards to hires, to make decisions with regards to investment. You just don't have the time or mental energy to second guess all of your decisions. Recently, and you'll see soon, I'm going to change my frames on my glasses. I could have gone to 5 different stores. I could have tried on 25 pairs of frames in 5 different stores. I mean, think about how much mental energy that could take up. A significant amount of mental energy. And I just want to use my brain differently. So I limit my choices. I always limit my choices. So you're limiting decision fatigue. I went to one store. I tried on 10 frames and I immediately eliminated 7 of them. And then I gave myself 2 or 3 days to think about my final choice. So watch videos soon and you'll see which ones I chose. Give you another very basic example. When we decided to move, so I lived in Paris for 30 years, decided to move south to southern France. I came down and within a week, I looked at 8 houses and we bought one. That's how fast I make decisions. And then I just proved to myself that I made the right decision. Ladies and gentlemen, please make quick decisions. Okay, point number 6 is to focus on what you can control. The clients that I coach get caught up so much in things that they can't control. The biggest one, okay, that will be a whole different topic for another day, but the biggest thing that I see my clients get caught up in is wanting to control what other people think and do. That is just not possible. It's absolutely not possible. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. You have no idea what somebody else is thinking. And if you spend your energy trying to control what they are thinking, then it's exhausting. It is just exhausting. And it is a complete waste of time. So focus on what you can control. That is what you think. That is what you do. And that is how you show up. And my last point is, and I think that this is very important. There are facts. There's data. And there are different circumstances. And so a circumstance is something that is very objective. It is a fact, something that you could prove in court, for example, or something that everybody would agree upon. So for example, it would be an email. It would be words that somebody said. It would be a number. It would be a sales target. That is data. And a lot of times I also see the people I coach lose a lot of time and cause themselves a lot of stress because they are making up a story or giving meaning to data that is actually not helping them. Okay. You can weave whatever story you want when it comes to data or a circumstance. And a lot of times I see people get caught up because somebody said something. Okay, this is a big one. Okay, either in an email or somebody said words. You can choose to think what you want about what somebody said to you. I choose to think maybe they were having a bad day. Maybe they were stressed. Maybe something was going on, or maybe they didn't have all the facts. So for example, I choose to give people the benefit of the doubt in a certain situation. And so that is in your power. You're human beings. We have a prefrontal cortex, and the power is that you get to think and decide what you want about anyone, any circumstance, and anything in life. Okay? So that's what I have for you today. Those are very, very important mindset shifts to adopt if you are looking to love your job, succeed in that first year, and just simply get ahead and be happy at work. There is so much that is in your control. And I see so many people just the cause of their own suffering and unhappiness. So please know that you have the power within you, and a lot of it comes down. I would say 90% of it comes down to how you think about yourself, the circumstance, and others. So that's what I've got for you today. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back very, very soon with a new episode. Take care.